Well, hello friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Okay, day number 2, OTAs. The Dallas Cowboys are all on the field together, working out, and we're actually back home now, and we're looking at NFL Network, and I got to tell you, Victor Cruz. Victor, I'm sorry, man. I owe you an apology because I got to be honest with you. Back in 2014 or 2015, we had Jobu up there in New York. Jobu photobombed you. And I know after that time, there was no more salsa dancing. I ain't saying that Jobu had anything to do with it, but it might be a coincidence. But anyway, Victor Cruz said something that I definitely said as well when it came to Zeke Elliott. To me, like I was saying about Sean McVay has that coach that pulls his behind back off the field so he doesn't get a penalty. Why doesn't Zeke Elliott have somebody that pulls him away at the first sign of trouble? Let's go to the tape and hear what they had to say about it.
Look, again, I want to be clear. There were no charges filed. He wasn't arrested, but Ezekiel Elliott has had a history of sort of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Would it give you pause if you were the Cowboys and you were discussing a long-term deal?
Not necessarily. I understand, where he is. He wasn't arrested. This incident didn't have any legal ramifications. But the only thing I take away from that is the video, after watching it, he was by himself. There wasn't any friends. There wasn't any around him, anyone around him. There wasn't anyone that seemed like he knew or was around for him to take care of him when he's out and about in public places like this. He has to understand that he is Ezekiel Elliott and that no matter where he goes, he needs to have someone there, even if it's just a best friend, a security, a bodyguard, whatever it is. He needs to have someone there to watch him and make sure that he's okay and that he's held accountable for the things that he's doing and that he's in a positive state of mind and that he's in a positive state no matter where he goes.
Well, because clearly this could have escalated. It doesn't look like it did. It wasn't pretty, but it could have been a lot worse. And to your point, you want to have a circle around you to help you make good decisions. We talked about Kellen Moore, or Todd did just a bit. Has this Cowboys offense done enough? Are there enough pieces in place to be successful in 2019?
I don't think there's any question there are enough pieces in place. The offensive line, when healthy, is still one of the very best in the NFL. And Zeke Elliott, despite the fact that he has shown poor decision-making off the field consistently, he's about as productive and valuable of a back as there is in the NFL just 3 years into his career. Amari Cooper was not like metaphorically a difference maker, actually a difference maker for the Cowboys after being acquired last season. All the weapons are in place. As a matter of fact, you can make the case that the Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles might be saying to themselves, we shouldn't just be NFC East favorites going into this season. We could be legitimate NFC contenders going into this year. It's about execution. A lot of it comes right down there. That quarterback, Dak Prescott.
For that reason, because you're right, it does come down to Dak Prescott, but ultimately it will be the head coach, Jason Garrett, who's held accountable. For all the reasons just you said, is this truly, and we've said this before, a make or break year for the head coach?
Yeah, I believe so. And it's interesting that it's a make or break year when there's a lot of moving parts being introduced to this offense in particular in terms of a new offensive coordinator, new quarterback coach. A lot of these young players are trying to get long-term extensions. So there's a lot of pressure on everyone. And with Ezekiel in particular, I just want to add this. When you're talking about having someone around him, right, to help him out and kind of to say, hey, Zeke, we got to go, man. We got to go right now. You're talking about, Stephen Jones can say all he wants. Hey, look, this doesn't affect negotiations. And I'll take him at his word. But let's just put it this way. This young man right here is trying to reset the market at running back. We're talking about a guy who you may be looking at paying $14.5, $15 million per year because he's earned it. He's earned it, and you could project that in the future he will continue to give you the kind of production that would justify paying that. So don't tell me, you know what, it doesn't really matter. I mean,
it does matter.
If he's out in Vegas.
Because your best ability is your availability.
You do care because we're talking real big-time money for this young man, and he has to protect himself, too. He has to invest in himself and make sure nothing goes wrong.
Exactly.
It will be a serious financial commitment.
And he has to understand that he is worth this much. Like, he is worth this much to his team. He is a franchise. What NFL players don't understand, some of them do, most of them do, I hope, is that they are a franchise individually, and they have to treat their bodies and their business as
independent contract.
Well, the Cowboys have Zeke under contract, I should say, through 2020. That's because they exercised his fifth.
Okay, so here's the thing. Zeke, if you need my help, I can kind of, just hang with you and make sure you stay out of trouble, okay? I can be the guy who says, Zeke, Zeke, okay? Don't worry. I'm not a threat as far as all the women. None of the women have any interest in me because I'm an old guy, okay? I can just be the chaperone just in case shit happens guy, okay? Like I said, don't drink a lot, don't eat a lot. I can just be that guy that is a shadow that when stuff happens, let's get you out of here. And Zeke, come on over here, buddy. Because here's the thing. You are the franchise. You are the guy. You're about to get paid. And see, things like this that happen kill your brand. You sell a lot of jerseys, but you know what? You could be selling a lot of different stuff. Because we're talking about life after football. And you don't want to be known as that guy, okay? That, we love you on the field, but we can't use him because of this. It's all about the reputation. Take a look at your quarterback. My quarterback, Dak Prescott. You see all the commercial endorsements that he's out there, a couple a week and everything else. You see him doing all the charity stuff. And I'm not saying, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you're not doing all the charity work, because you are. Because, paying for that funeral, helping that kid that got hit by a hockey puck, giving back to the community, it's great, but it only takes one thing. Because I know as a contractor, I can rip down the house and everything else, build it all perfect and everything else, get the walls, get the electricity all working, get the plumbing hooked up. But it's that little spot of paint, that little insignificant spot of paint that was left over in the floor is the thing that people will focus on. They won't think about the mess that was there before. They won't think about the Dallas Cowboys being a dumpster fire and not having a 1,000-yard back. They're going to think about, he kind of shoved that guy down the ground. He's a bad guy. And that's going to be what's going to hold you back. And here's the thing. Don't play with Roger Goodell, because this is about you and your brand and everything that you do, man. And it can all be taken away just like that. And you don't want to be the guy who 10, 15 years from now is sitting in the bar and said, I had it all. And I wasted it up on some dumb shit. So if you need somebody to just kind of hang, just kind of say, is this right or wrong? Have your people call my people. I'm sorry. Have your people call me. I don't have any people. We'll make sure that you stay in the best of light. I'm Mark Holmes, and of course, coming up, Michael Anthony's going to be talking about Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham doing some dumb shit again. So be sure to check out Michael Anthony's page for the lowdown on Odell and why I'm so happy that the Dallas Cowboys wouldn't even entertain bringing somebody like that in. I'll see you soon.